Or put it in your.
All right, welcome to the fourth episode of the Rustin Hour, hosted by his team of He Is Valuable Incorporated. His is He Is Supported. I am one of your co-hosts, William Brito. I am the Community Mobilization Coordinator for He Is Valuable, and I'm joined by my two beautiful, wonderful, spectacular, awesome, amazingly talented co-hosts, who are.
I like your adjectives, by the way. But
Yes, adjectives.
my name is Gerald Nunes. I'm the community support coordinator for He Is Valuable Incorporated.
Yes, and I am D'Angelo Morrison, and I am the Director of Services and Advocacy for He Is Valuable.
Come on, director.
Absolutely. And so before we get started, you all, we would like to let you know that we do have what is called like a hotline, if you will, but we do have our His phone, where if you need services such as social services, if you have some food insecurities and you need food, if you need access to clothing and all of those things, that is what our His phone is for. Mm-hmm. Gerald, what is that number?
What that number is 404-992-5104.
Gerald, what's that number again? Just in case, folks may have missed it. What's that number again?
404-992-5104.
Awesome. So I'm going to throw it to D'Angelo to move on to our first topic of the evening.
Fo.
What it is, what it do, what's up?
Yeah,
In the A.
That's not the first topic of the
In
evening.
Atlanta.
First topic, 404, what's up?
Well, before we go to the first topic, so we are actually giving away home test kits, HIV testing kits, or quick kits. So if you are interested, definitely call that 404 number. And we can talk about how to get you a free at-home HIV testing kit, no charge at all.
And the benefits of doing an at-home HIV testing kit, some people are really insecure about going to get tested. A lot of nonprofit organizations who do STI testing are not the most private. I have experienced that before where, let's say, something is going on and people at the front desk are asking you why you're visiting and there's a line of people behind you. So for those of you who are not completely comfortable with going to clinics or doctor's offices to get HIV testing, we do have these for free that you could test at home. We do ask that you fill out our Google form in the process so that we're able to follow up with you for all of those results. Now, moving on to our first topic, actually.
Yes. So, a couple weeks ago, there was a young man. His name is Tyler, and there was a video that went viral of him being, basically verbally abused, physically abused by his older siblings, and they were doing this, they say, because he was acting too gay. I know that I saw that they had shaved the word gay on the side of his head. Looked like they may have shaved his hairline all the way back. There was a moment where he looked like he was almost like thrown across the porch at a moment. This whole thing was filmed. It's seen by his sister.
No, it was filmed by his mother.
Oh, it was his mother who filmed it.
His sister and his brother are the ones who are choking, slapping, and shoving him.
With her stupid ass. Oh, she dumb as fuck.
So the whole entire is all over social media. I'm sure if you go on Twitter and you Google
Tyler from Atlanta.
Yes, that'll pop up. If you want to see some terrible things, I personally don't recommend watching it, but still supporting the young man. But how do you guys feel about that video? Did you guys get a chance to see it?
Oh, I won't ever watch that.
I didn't necessarily watch the video, but I had my thoughts.
Okay.
Like those type of people are constantly talking about DL people and y'all need to go ahead and come out and da 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 da. But then you do stuff like this. Like this is why people are DL, as you say, or not out. And causing more trauma to themselves.
Absolutely. There's so many things wrong with this on so many levels. First of all, the boy's parents, family, obviously, they're not intellectually smart at all. Why would you record, regardless of the situation? Let's just say that this had nothing to do with the little boy's sexuality, but just in general, it's a general video. Bitch, why the fuck would you record
And
your
post.
children and post your children abusing your youngest child or one of your other children? That makes no fucking sense. It's 2021. Like, come on now, girl.
Everything goes viral.
Everything goes viral. What makes you think, especially in the middle of June, in the middle of June of all months, that this was not going to go viral? So, one, you should be put down in the first place for fucking giving consent for your child to be abused by your siblings, by your children. Come on now, that makes no sense. Secondly, it's 2021, and this is why we still have Pride Month. This is why we still talk about LGBTQ lives. This is why we talk about the importance of our survival. This is why we have Pride. For those of you who feel as if, oh, we're always gloating, or why do they have to have a Pride Month, this and that, it literally makes no sense for you to have that argument when stuff like this is still happening. And it's not just an anomaly. This happened to get recorded, but I'm pretty sure that there are hundreds of little boys,
Happening
girls,
every day.
they, thems, theirs, whoever, however they choose to identify gender-wise. This is happening to them because people are ignorant. People are stupid, and no, I'm not coming back on those. People are ignorant, they're stupid, and they have a lot of hatred in their heart that is built off of a framework that has been created by a oppressive society. Mm-hmm. So this is why we have Pride. This is why we will continue to have Pride every year. And Pride is not just in June, by the way, y'all, because Atlanta, we got Black Pride in September. Then there's Atlanta Pride in October. So you're going to be seeing us all year long.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole situation for me was extremely, hard to watch. One, you obviously see the child being beaten up and, verbally abused by the brother. But then to hear the person who's recording, and I got word that it was his sister, but I don't know for sure who that person was. But the person basically saying to him, we're going to put you out there. We're going to embarrass you. We're going to make sure everybody see this, as if what they were doing was absolutely correct. And imagine, a lot of people, not even imagine, you definitely know that a lot of people actually did support that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of people thought that what they did was the best thing for that child.
And the only thing they're doing is traumatizing that child.
There's a special place in hell for folks like that.
As you said, and then you wonder why there's people committing suicide and harming themselves, why people are growing up to have deep-rooted trauma and passing that trauma on to other people. Mm-hmm. All of this right here is exactly the reason all of that happens, So I really hope that this family learned a lesson from this situation. So from what I'm hearing is Tyler was taken away from the family. DFACS came and took him away. The family already, just a little background on them, I believe they were living in like a rooming house type of space with all of the children and the older children, as well as they were living in deep poverty. So I know that there's a lot of people going around wanting to find ways to support the family, to support those other children that are still with the family. But yeah, that was just a hard thing, because I know there were also, at the time when it first came out, people were talking about protesting, going in front of the house and doing all of this other stuff. But it was kind of difficult to even have those thoughts, knowing that the child was still in the house. And whatever we did outside the house, he was probably going to take all the consequences on the inside of the house. So I'm glad that we kind of stepped back from those type of actions, and he was taken away from that situation, because it is really sad to see people continue to go through that in today's society. Speaking of coming out, there was I don't know if you guys saw the football player that recently came out, NFL
what his
football
name
player.
is?
Carl Nassib, I think he is.
Nassib.
White man.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he's a Republican. I don't know if that's relevant to anything, but that's what I heard. Don't know that that's true either. But Carl Nassib came out. He is now being, is it lauded or praised as the first gay man to come out
That's incorrect.
in the NFL, or first active signed NFL player to come out the closet.
Yeah, because there was Michael Sam who did come out, but then he lost everything. So,
well, wasn't it before he got signed?
Yeah,
Carl Sam.
No.
Or was he signed?
I feel like he was already signed.
No, I think it was before he was signed. He didn't get signed.
Oh. He was still an NFL player in my mind.
He, I think he got signed to like the practice team or whatever you call that.
Carl.
Huh?
You said Carl.
Did I say Carl? What's his name? Sam? No, that's. I said Carl, right?
Michael Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Michael Sam. You got me all confused, Lord.
You got yourself
right. No, Michael Sam. I believe he was signed to a like the practice team, like the before season practice team type of situation. So I don't think he was actually signed to actually play on the actual team during the season. So, which is sad. You know, one wonders if him being a black gay man has anything to do with that.
I mean, that's the only difference. Is that he's black.
Yeah.
Mr. Carl is white, so that's the only difference I see.
And then also, too, we have to be honest with ourselves. The narrative around queer identities or gay identities, whatever you want to call it, has definitely progressed. And when I say progressed, I mean that more people are talking about it. When capitalistic America gets involved and they celebrate Pride, and you see it all over Google, all over businesses.
But that's some bullshit too, but okay.
Yeah, it has become more mainstream, and anything that's mainstream is now being watched with a critical eye. So if they were to discriminate against this man for whatever reason for being gay in this day and age, it would have been totally, they would have been under fire, you know?
You got a point. Yeah.
One of the things I did notice, though, thinking about Carl's coming out situation, what I like to do when situations like that happen is I really like to go through multiple media channels, from television to social media, and just look at the comments and the things that people are saying. And one of the things that I saw across the board is, why does he need to do this? It's 2021, why do people still have to
come out
or feel the need to come out and put their business out there? No one cares.
But people do care. That's the thing.
There's this thing called representation.
Exactly. I actually just left a training today with your husband. We was in that same training. And the importance of coming out for certain people, because there are a lot of young folks who are afraid. I mean, we can't say 2021, why are people still coming out when little kids are still getting beat on the internet in 2021 for being gay? So
exactly,
somewhere, some little child, some teenager, and not even some child, some teenager, it could be some grown-ass adult who has never had the courage to come out because of fear of safety, because of fear of shame, and all of those things. So seeing people who are in the mainstream, who are celebrities, who are, while there's a certain privilege to them coming out because of their socioeconomic status, one could say, it's still an example of, okay, I can do this. There are people who are literally in the spotlight who are able to come out. And that's not to say that everybody's going to have that courage to come out, but it sets the tone for other people. I think we can stop worrying about people coming out when people can stop worrying about coming out.
Right.
Hold on. That was a word for y'all.
Say it one more time.
We can stop worrying about people coming out when people can stop worrying about coming out.
You gonna write that down?
I don't even need to, baby.
Okay. It's recorded. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. And like you said, representation, truly, man. I mean, that's why, even though we don't agree with, a lot of the people that come out, or we don't all have the same ideologies. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Definitely don't agree with most of the things that she says out her mouth. But being a woman who
rooster neck bitch.
I mean,
but being that
what it is.
But she is a part of the community, and she's someone that came out at a late age. she she came out at a late age. Speaking of Caitlyn, the Olympics is coming up very fast. So I think this week we just finished off on the trials. I believe they're almost all, if not all done, they're almost all done. I know this past weekend we finished up on gymnastics. We also finished up on track and field, which is my personal favorite.
Simone do?
Simone did great. She didn't do as well as she thought she was going to do, or we all thought she was going to do, but she still won. So she, it just gave her a little kick in the butt for the Olympics when she get there.
What they say happened?
She just didn't perform as well.
Why not? What happened?
I did not watch the entire thing, but there was just some hiccups in some of her routines. So
she need to cut down back on some of them commercials. Sounds like Sis to get some rest.
Yeah, but she still won. And Simone Biles tends to win because the difficulty in her routines is so much higher than everybody else's that even when she messes up, like stepping out of bounds on the floor routine, and that usually is going to penalize you a point or so. She still, because she makes up so many points in difficulty, it's hard for anybody else to catch up to her.
What happened to Gabby Douglas?
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
what you mean? What happened to her? I think
she's not in the spotlight.
She's not in the spotlight.
Back in 2012, Gabby Douglas was the it girl. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who Simone Biles was in 2012.
So Gabby, I think, you outgrow sports after a while. So gymnastics isn't a sport that a lot of people tend to continue to compete in usually after the teenage years, but especially once you get past like the age of 25 or so.
And she's 25 now.
Yeah.
Because she was 16 in 2012? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, she was 16.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what she's doing today, but she got her medal. She came through and stormed and got her stuff and got her things and collected it.
She said, "Let me collect my coins and leave
right now."
Simone, you got it, girl.
Right. And she paved the way for Simone Biles. So
yeah.
And some of the other young. I was so proud watching some of the competitions, seeing so many young black women competing. It is amazing.
So is the United States Olympic women's team all black? Is that true?
For
the Olympics? Are they all black?
Well, there are a lot of sports in the Olympics.
I think you might be
said
talking
gymnastics.
No, they're not all black.
I literally said gymnastics team.
You said Olympics.
I said women. I said, is the American gymnastics?
No, they're not all black. I was really hoping for them to be, but no, they're not all black. There is one young white girl, and then an Asian. I want to say she's Asian young lady, and then a couple others. I think two of them are actually African American.
I think most of the track.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a given, baby.
Yeah.
Black people are always in track.
We does the things in track and field, so.
I mean, look at our roots. We came from Africa, baby.
Oh my gosh.
No, that literally has to do with our physique.
Did you see that post I made on Facebook the other day about Africa? We're gonna talk about our girl before we go into that, but who was our MVP this week? Speaking of track and field,
Sha'carried Richardson.
Yes,
she's 19 years old. Oh, go ahead, make that clap.
You sure she's not 21?
Sha'carried.
Before we go there,
she's 21.
21. I was about to say, no, she's not 19.
She broke the record at 19.
Let's talk about the commentator who was of Caucasian descent.
Oh,
he was the white people. What they kept saying, Sha'carried Jones.
Oh. And when she corrected him, Oh my god.
Sha'carried. Like, I just don't understand why it's so difficult for people to use the grammar that they so heavily talk about. There's a SHA. What sound it out? Oh, look at that apostrophe in between.
Space.
Carri.
Kari.
Sha'carried.
Wow.
It's not that difficult.
So that is difficult.
Like sports commentators are always slaughtering black names for no reason. Sha'carried. It's so simple.
Kamala.
It's better. It's easier to pronounce than Bethany.
Child.
Bethany.
Right. Bethany.
Bethany.
Yeah, Gerald. So give me
She
this.
also is part of the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yes.
She likes the kitty cat.
She does.
Stop.
The
Likes
box.
the kitty cat.
She also has
Beautiful.
long ass nails and colorful hair.
And she get and them what do you call them?
The lashes?
Lashes be
Oh,
popping.
yeah.
Yes.
And unfortunately, these basic Negroes out here who have internalized hatred upon themselves.
Talk about it.
Oh, she ghetto. What's the da-da-da-da-da? First off, what the fuck is wrong with ghetto?
Right.
What is wrong with that? Even if that's how you perceived it, what's wrong with that?
Right.
Secondly, why are we always focusing on arbitrary things and degrading black people? Their nails, bitch.
I don't even think
They
that's
are literally
ghetto. Those are nails.
Their nail. She could have had rhinestones on them things, and they could have been 20 inches, bitch. If Mama
Because when I
won
think
first
of-
place,
When
and
I
can
think
run.
of ghetto, I think of poverty, right? But if you have all them long nails, you can afford them, right?
No, Gerald.
No?
No.
Incorrect? Okay, go ahead. Educate me.
That's
Sorry.
another layer of conversation. Woo, because the girls get their nails done regardless, baby. They can have $2 in their account. The nails can get done.
She got nails, hair, and lashes.
My thing is though, we have to stop associating things with ghetto, and essentially what that does is it degrades black people as a whole. Or I'm gonna say even a specific type of black person. You know, it's just not fair. Like this is what white America does all the time. Like it's time for y'all to let that self-hatred go. Like, can you not see how you've been indoctrinated into white supremacy by making comments like that? What the fuck is wrong with her nails? And who gives a flying fuck? Like, she's running. And I feel like black people always in the moment of celebration find something to nitpick on. Find something that is not of quality or worth even to be nitpicked. Like, why y'all always got some shit? They said they did that with Gabby.
Gabby.
Gabby Douglas.
Her
They said her
hair.
hair was nappy.
Yeah.
So Sha'carried hair ain't nappy, but it's orange. It's too, oh Lord, it's too ghetto. And then, here she come out with the nappy hair. We blame white supremacy.
Well, I'm excited for her. I think she definitely, because I don't think we've won she's a 100-meter runner. I don't think we've won in that race in
She's
a
fast
long
as
time. So yes, she is.
She's fast.
Yes,
as
she
fuck.
is. So I'm excited to watch her compete. I think she has a great chance to win. I know Shelly-Ann Fraser. How you say her name?
Shelly-Ann Fraser.
Well, I know
Could be a
she,
folks
because
name.
the Jamaican qualifiers just happened
Oh,
this
baby.
past week or so as well, and she was over
They
there.
lit too.
Yeah, she was over there killing it. So it's gonna be interesting. We also got to
Shelly-Ann
highlight.
Fraser-Price.
Yes, Price. I was like, I know I'm saying it wrong. The other thing, we also have to highlight Miss Allison Felix, who is a mother, has had a baby. She's aged at this point. But she's out here still kicking it, and she made the 400-meter final and is now going to the Olympics. So
Because isn't she like 36 or something?
I can't remember her actual age.
Speaking of pregnancy, did y'all know that the placenta leaves a plate-sized wound in the uterus?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Cook it and eat it up. That's what T and Tamara did, or one of them.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of nutrients in that, but I'm not
Just
going to comment
support.
on that. That's not my area. to comment on.
Not my area of expertise.
No.
I don't know much about uteruses or
Uteri.
I know a little bit, but not that much.
That's probably not the plural for
That's
uterus.
not-
Uteri. It sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I said all that to say because I think that someone being a track star going back to being an Olympian and having a plate-sized wound inside of their uterus that's a lot. Mm-hmm. Happy sitting down
and competing, yeah, and winning, competing and winning having a great chance at going to the Olympics and winning there as well. I think it's so awesome to see her, and she's not the only mother. There's been a few of them who have come up with the goods to win at the trial. So we're gonna see a lot of mothers in Tokyo.
Shouts out to the Black mothers.
But we also need to talk about, and I actually think she's a mother as well. She is a mother actually. Gwen Bell. I don't know if you guys have been following this story from this past weekend. But Gwen Bell is a hammer thrower.
Her.
Yes.
She had them spans on them niggas.
She got the hammer. She's a hammer thrower.
It's Gwen Berry.
Gwen Berry. I said Bell. Y'all, I can't get names right today. What is going on? I think I'm tired.
But it's Gwen.
Gwen Berry is the name.
Berry.
Gwen Berry. So Google that name and support her if you can in any way, shape, or form. But anyway, she competed this weekend at the trials in the hammer throw competition, and she got third in the competition. 2 white women got first and second, and she ended up getting third. So interesting.
Was it necessary to say that it was 2 white women?
Well, just because there's more to this conversation, but so yeah, she got third. But let me also say just a little bit background on her. She has in the past gotten in trouble for protesting at competitions. I think the Pan Am Games a couple years ago.
Wasn't she suspended?
She was suspended for, I believe they said 12 months.
This is such a fascist globe.
For protesting at the games. Obviously she's protesting for us, for black people, black men getting murdered and women getting murdered by the police.
Activist athlete.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So the Olympics are fascists.
So that brings us to this weekend where they played the, was it not the Spangled Banner? They played the.
He said this.
I said the Spangled Banner.
National anthem.
I said the Spangled Banner. The national anthem. Shut up.
It's not even the name of that song, but yeah.
I know. My brain is fried today.
No, he said they played the Spangled Banner. Oh, country shit. Yeah, they sang the
Spangled Banner. No, it was the national anthem. They played the national anthem while she was actually on the podium after she got her medal. And so she was not very happy about that because she doesn't support the anthem. So she turned her back towards the flag while the other 2 athletes turned toward it and put their hands on their chest. Now, right-wing media and a lot of Republican leadership is, coming out their mouth at her sideways, saying that she should be disqualified, saying that she shouldn't be allowed to compete for America if she hates America is what they're saying.
Do you mean the same country that enslaved black people for hundreds of years?
Yeah, that country.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All because of the Spangled Banner.
Y'all seen that little video? Y'all seen that video of LeRon, the guy who has the preschoolers? People like, such and such, are you smart? And he asked the boy, he said, what country do we live in? And the little boy said, the hood.
Oh,
I said, I don't see where he told a lie.
Talk about ghetto.
Yeah, but Republicans, I mean, what did we expect to come out of that? And I think she's fine too. She probably knew that shit was going to happen. At the end of the day, she's going to compete for America, and Republicans are just going to keep eating their cheeks.
They're going to keep doing what they're doing. They hot Cheetos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I commend her. Nationalism can be dangerous. Nationalism can be very, very dangerous, especially in this aspect of let me choose my nation over, or the nation that I live in, rather, over standing up for what's right for humanity. That's where the dangers of nationalism come in for me.
Yeah, yeah. One of the hard things for me to hear today, like I watched The View and they talked about this on The View, and obviously Megan,
Girl, I was about to
my
say,
daddy,
what did she say?
my daddy this, my daddy that, Megan, had a lot to say about it, and basically saying that she grew up idolizing the anthem and.
That's your dumbass
She
fault.
grew up with the Stars and Stripes, and essentially trying to equate what this young lady did to hating America. And I'm just that to me, that rhetoric is very dangerous to say.
Yeah.
To say
that's not necessarily
where
saying you
is
hate
your-
America. You're just trying
exactly.
to change shit.
And what if I did fucking hate America, bitch? I happen to live here, and unfortunately I have to run because this is where the fuck I live. You can't hate the places that, like, how many times we say, "Oh, I hate this job," but bitch, you still going to that job,
You're right,
right?
you still making them coins.
Or damn, I hate this apartment complex. I hate this apartment,
But
but
you
you
still
can't
live
break the
there.
lease because you live there. And then it just bothers me that adults, supposedly logically smart, thinking adults, don't know how to separate or understand layers of ideology. Like, come on. I agree with you. It's very dangerous rhetoric.
I literally hate when older people are like, back in my day, when I was growing up, but like things
Girl,
are
don't
changed
nobody give a fuck.
now. It's
Back in your day when
completely
you grew up,
different.
it was terrible.
It's 2021.
People were getting hung from trees. So tell me more about your day and when you were growing up.
Not to mention, this isn't the first time anyone has protested at any games, not at the Olympics, not at the trials. People have been protesting for years, for decades. So to make it seem like this woman is doing something that is just so wrong and so...
It's because she's a Negro. That's what it is. She's a Negro. And here's where I challenge white people. White people. It's time for you to stand up. The only way that things like this get mitigated is when white people do it. So white people, join us in the protest. If you truly, truly understand privilege and understand what's going on, if you truly want to support, don't be putting up no little black picture on your on your social media
You need to
profile.
be
BLM.
Blackout.
BLM in the
Right.
Yeah, don't put Black Lives
You need
Matter
to be there and
flags
you need
all
to
in your-
protect the
We
other
need
black
you to
people around
actively
you.
show up, white people, and not just white people, other people of color as well.
Yeah. I would say something I heard recently that really stuck with me is that it's not enough to be against racism.
Yeah.
You have to actively fight against racism.
right.
White people, and even if you don't see the black people around you fighting against racism, you need to still be fighting for
Right.
racism, you know?
Right.
So it really shouldn't have been this young lady, what was her name again? Gwen Bell.
Gwen Berry.
Berry. Gwen Berry. It should not have been.
Remember the Black
She should not have had to stand up there and turn her back to the flags. Those other two white women that was on that
Exactly.
stage should have turned their backs to that flag because they know that she is the one who is, the minority, and she's the
gonna
community
get
she
backlash.
come
They
from.
gonna chastise
Exactly.
her, tell her to get
Exactly.
out.
So that's why I wanted to say them two white women earlier, because I wanted to make that point is that they should have been the ones fighting to end racism. It needs to be you, not just us. You.
How long have we been telling white people this?
Child.
And this is not to say, and it's not my job to explain this, but I'm going to explain it anyway. This is not to discredit those white folks who are anti-racist fighters who do the work. This is not to say that, but as a collective, white people don't do it together enough. So sorry, not sorry. But for those white folks, I shouldn't have to say we see you because this is kind of your job to dismantle this stuff. However, you are seen, but you need to get the rest
Y'all
of
should
your
have
folks
seen
together.
the way he said should have seen it. Okay. Just
Well,
had to be here.
shout out to you, Miss Gwen. Shout out to Sha'carried.
Gwen Berry,
Um,
not Gwen
Gwen-
Bell.
Okay.
Shout out Sha'carried. Shout out to all the amazing black women who are competing at the trials, who competed at the trials, who are going to the Olympics. Because we got black women in swimming. We got them across the board. I was looking at our boxers today. Just amazing people.
The only thing I did not like about that meme, we taking the land, air, and the sea. It's like, bitch, it's a pool. That is not the sea. It is a swimming pool. Y'all try. It was cute though. It was cute. It was cute.
Listen, but we coming for all sports, and I love that.
Every single one.
I love that. I even seen, and she didn't make the team. She was like two places down from making the team. But even in diving, a young black woman, and she's very vocal, and she's a activist athlete as well. Black woman, she came so close to making the team. 2024.
Okay. Dang, I forgot it's that long.
Is it 2024 or is it 2026?
Because is it 4 years? Every 4 years?
Is every 4 years?
It was supposed to happen in 2020, which is why it's happening now in 2021.
But it's
So
not
they're going to get
right.
back on track in 2024.
Yes. Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember the world shut down last year.
Yeah.
All the way.
Unfortunately.
Back open now. Wide as fuck.
Well,
Hot girl
the
summer.
world shut down because Atlanta, Georgia.
Did y'all watch the BET Awards?
No, I was.
Oh, I didn't watch the awards because I'm not really an award show person. But I watched the performance.
Which one?
Performances.
I know which one you watched.
Hands on my knees, shaking and like a that shit. Whatever the lyrics are.
My bestie.
Yeah, I know what
Miss Megan Thee
performance
Stallion,
did you-
aka Tina Snow.
Well, huge shout out. I wasn't planning to mention this, but huge shout out to Queen Latifah who got,
You not a bitch, you a hoe. UNITY, that's for unity.
Yes, Lifetime Achievement Award for all the amazing work, not just in music, but across all media platforms.
I love Queen Latifah.
Yes.
Oh, she shot out her girlfriend too.
Well, yes, and also not in a way that you might think. What did she say? So she didn't say shout out to my girlfriend. Queen Latifah has never come out the closet as anything other than being Queen Latifah.
Which
So
means, she don't have to, whatever.
but she did shout out. What was her name?
Oh,
Ebony.
okay.
Ebony.
Oh, yes, her name was Ebony. Yes.
She did shout out Ebony at the end of her
Queen
speech, and then she
Ebony.
said Happy Pride. So that's the closest we've probably gonna ever get to her coming out as anything other than Queen Latifah.
Even though she
that's
don't have to
fine.
come out,
That is
whatever.
A-okay.
Like,
But I always thought that
Congrats,
Queen
girl.
Latifah had, to me, she has one of the most beautiful balances of gender. Like, we saw her and set it off, a whole stud. Literally like a coochie licker.
what?
A coochie
Oh
licker.
my
Like
gosh.
a whole fucking stud. And then we'll turn around and be easy breezy beautiful cover girl, giving AKA vibes. I'm like, damn.
Come on, AKA vibes.
Don't you just love it?
It's just amazing.
Starting out in Jersey, and going on to be this huge rap star, rapping about positivity, women, and
UNITY.
yeah.
Come on, give us vocals.
UNITY is for
Oh,
unity.
you
not a bitch, you a hoe.
From that to hosting her own talk shows, being in movies, being a producer, bringing other people into the fold, representing other artists. Did you guys know that Flavor Unit, which is her
Flavor of Love.
no Flavor Unit used to manage the careers of Outkast? Did you guys know that for like their first couple albums? I just found that out from listening to an interview of her from a couple years ago. So, I mean, even doing the things like managing other artists, like, woman has been working
I
hard.
love Queen Latifah.
Hard.
Queen.
Bringing down the house. Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'm gonna
you got
deem
me straight tripping, boo.
I'm gonna deem her our second MVP this episode.
Period.
Actually,
Let's
you
do
know
it.
what? We're gonna
Come
give
on,
her that
Queen.
second MVP. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes. Queen Latifah.
Why?
Yes.
You just can't stop, huh?
UNITY.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Lil Nas X's performance?
Ooh. A lot of controversy around it. this past
Is
weekend.
it though? Is it controversial?
Is it
It's
well, not to
controversial.
us,
Right. It's just
but
he's literally
to
performing a song.
I mean,
I would have paid to been a fly on the wall in a straight family's house.
jeez.
Okay.
In
why.
in Tyler's house, Tyler's family's house.
Oh God. I don't know if I would have paid for that. I wouldn't want to be there.
No shade, sis, but do they have a house right now?
No. So talking about Lil Nas X's performance, it was a great performance. And the controversy came when Lil Nas X kissed a guy.
He didn't just
A
kiss
dancer.
him.
Oh, no, he didn't just. It wasn't no
He
peck.
tongued the throat, baby.
I saw them lips.
And it was amazing. It was amazing.
Did you see his comment? So like I said, there's been a lot of backlash.
And he trolls the fuck out of people.
My thing is though, here's the thing. That's, when what old folks say when they're trying to get their thoughts together. But here's the thing, baby. What we don't want to see that shit. We know we want to see that shit. How many times did my gay ass watch a man and a woman kiss, fuck, cuddle, hold hands, and I still ended up sucking dick?
We watched Beyonce, Michelle, and Kelly give lap dances at the BET Awards.
Exactly. Like, we watched all of these straight things that are seemingly normal, and they are normal to us. We can't lie and say they're not normal to us because we've been socialized in the heterosexuality, so they're normal to us. Like, do you think this is gonna like make your kids turn gay? Like, it kind of doesn't work like that.
It don't.
So, like, your fear of what are you afraid of? Just say you don't like gay people and you hate the shit. Just say that.
Literally, just say that.
Just say you're uncomfortable
Some
with
say
your
that.
own
That's the thing.
sexuality.
Just say that. Well, I would prefer you just to say that.
So I can
Instead
beat
of-
your ass in public.
Do you say?
He said
Beat.
Okay.
No, not
He said, "Eat your ass in public." I was like, "Is that gonna change people? Is that a method?"
You know, it might.
I would say
It's a possibility.
I would say hit you in the head and eat your ass, but that sounds like that's non-consensual.
I
definitely
cannot. Well, huge shout out to him. I saw
It was an awesome performance.
one of his posts on Twitter today. He said, since y'all upset, I should have fucked the nigga on stage.
Yeah, that was
Only fans.
Oh, and he also referenced "Remember the Time" by Michael Jackson in his performance.
Remember the
During his own performance.
time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Why did y'all let me stop talk?
Oh, well, hey, we want you to have your moment. We was feeling your fantasy up
I
in here.
enjoy the vocals.
Drag Race
I'm gonna
fans.
listen to vocals.
I don't watch Drag Race.
It's okay. Shout out to Drag Race and all the fans
She came
on.
out- I saw her
Yes.
music video, but we won't talk about that right now.
But yeah. Anyways, the awards was cool. I liked a lot of the performances. I heard Taraji P Henson killed it. I didn't watch the
She
entire
was dressed
show.
up like Erykah Badu. Speaking of Erykah Badu, I saw her in Dallas.
How was Dallas?
Dallas was amazing. Dallas Southern Pride, it was phenomenal.
Did you get your dick wet?
No, that
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
even the goal. My goal was to get drunk and have fun and party.
Period.
That was
Yo.
it. I was not interested in any of the boys. Now I did converse in the club and have good conversation and flirted, but that's about it. But Erykah Badu, and we're talking about this because Taraji was dressed up like her. She's not the best DJ.
Oh,
All the girls were looking at her like,
I thought she was good. Oh,
Well, maybe that was she. We all have our off nights. You know.
that's true.
So
I just
maybe
don't think
she
she can do
like
that.
today. I can't remember any names, words, or phrases. So
what does that have
it's
to
an
do
off
with-
day.
What does that have to do with her DJing?
Maybe she was just hitting the wrong buttons. She was
Well,
like,
sounds
"Damn
like
it!
she
I
was-
didn't mean to play Miley. I needed to play."
Sounds like sis need to call Tyrone.
No, that's all right.
Bitch, you need to call Tyrone.
But as a DJ, she should know where her buttons are anyway. Remember, she had a different instrument.
Y'all keep giving her excuses. I wanted her to sing, bitch.
Oh.
We don't want to hear you DJ.
She was there to DJ. She was getting paid to DJ. She was
Okay.
going to DJ.
Listen,
was-
but
it was awful.
also
She put the girls to
if
sleep.
she would have sang, that would have been amazing. Speaking of singing, Lil Kim's tribute to Queen Latifah was beautiful. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch that just to say that because she sounded
Was she in
amazing.
white?
She had on all white, and she's in
Saw
it.
the photos. I'm at the look at that when I get home tonight.
Yeah, definitely check it out. But I'm glad you had fun in Dallas. I'm ready to go back to Dallas. I went a few months ago, and I'm so ready to go back.
I've been to Texas 3 times in the past month and a half.
Oh,
Woo.
are you ready to go back?
Sounds like you want to live in Texas.
Okay, part time.
I actually am looking at Houston, so Atlanta, it's been real.
That's cute for you.
I mean,
Well,
Wonderful.
as we near our end of this week's episode, we definitely want to talk a little bit about this past weekend. We had our first after
100 years.
right after it feels like 100 years, our random kickback, and it was
lit or whatever. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? The girls was out.
The drinks were flowing.
Up in the park. The heat was heating. Okay.
The men's was there.
the heat was definitely motherfucking heating, okay, bitch? I felt like a microwavable bag of motherfucking popcorn, bitch.
But you know, it gave a little rain a little bit for like 2 seconds. Light rain.
Sticky rain? What you mean? Hot water? Hot shower?
So
Yeah,
what?
It's probably hot water.
So what random? So did you guys know what random kickback is? So that's an event that we have. We used to have it like once every couple months, and we would just randomly get everybody together, go to a park, and just cook out, hang out, play sports, play whatever, card games, whatever, and just enjoy each other's company.
D'Angelo, let me let you hype yourself up real quick. How did random kickback start?
Oh, you know, it was one morning I woke up and I was just feeling like being out the house. I wanted to get outside.
We outside.
So I posted on social media. I said, we should all go to the park.
And then what happened?
A whole bunch of niggas showed up at the park.
And then we have a random kickback.
And it was amazing. And it just turned from there. It just turned into its own huge event that we've been doing for the past couple years. So I'm glad we're bringing it back. And we actually have another one coming up. What was the day? Do y'all remember?
July the 31st.
Yes. So make sure you
I
check
remember
out
that day.
Check out the social medias to get all the updates and all the information on the next random kickback because it's gonna be lit, and we are going to be playing a whole bunch of sports because it's like a field day. It's called the
Games.
He Games. There we go. It's called the He Games. So it's gonna be a lot of sports, a lot of amazing
Absolutely.
times.
I will be that teacher on the side with my whistle, keeping the time.
Switch stations.
I'm gonna have to find me some short shorts this time because what I had on last time was
listen.
too hot.
You're
I'm not
even
playing
gonna-
either 'cause I
Hold
got
on, Carlos.
hurt.
You're not even going to be there.
I'm gonna be there
No, I'm joking. I'm
for
playing.
The setup. So what do you
Okay.
need short shorts for?
to show off for the beginning.
But you're there for the setup. not-
Listen, he want to show his glutes for 5 seconds,
Can I
okay?
just-
Let
can I
him
just
show
show
his
it out?
glutes for 5 seconds.
Whatever.
My
This
little
episode is, we've been lit this episode, child.
I mean, do what it do, you know what I'm saying?
Great time, but that's what we do when we get together here. So yeah, definitely come check out the He Games random kickback on July 31st. This month, the month of July actually is also He is Valuable month. So we started the organization years ago in the month of July, and so that's the month where we celebrate He is Valuable and all the work that the organization does. And so this month, all month, there will be all types of events, all types of social media postings, all types of amazing things happening across the entire organization. So please make sure if you're not following the organization on Snapchat. Snapchat.
I mean, girl, the Snapchat gonna be going in like the next 2 years. So
Well, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Twitter.
Yes, Twitter, to get all of the information about all the things that we'll be doing with this podcast, with all of our programs across the board, and He is Valuable for the month of July.
At He Is Valuable. Also follow us on Instagram, the Rustin Hour, _Rustin_hour.
Yes, please, yes, follow us on Instagram. We're trying to get those follows up. So
Also, we COVID is. I mean, I guess she's still a thing. Is she still a thing?
Yeah, she's definitely still a thing. People are still dying.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So, but we are getting back to in-person things.
Mm-hmm.
And
You must
we
present your
need-
vaccination card. No, I'm joking.
okay.
Lit this episode.
But also, we will need some, help to do that from you all. So throughout this month, we ask that you donate. Donate to, is it still 2021?
I believe so, yes.
$ He is valuable 2021 on Cash App. And then we also have other things. We'll post them for you. We need your dollars.
You
Where
can
your dollars
also
at?
you can also vote through Facebook. So
True.
And we will be this month. We will be trying to raise money for this amazing program that we're going to be doing. That we're going to announce very, very soon. Well, after this airs, it'll be announced. But definitely check us out on our social media so you can get all the information for all the things that we're doing.
Yep.
He is valuable.
Help us serve you, okay? Appreciate
We
you.
love serving you. So,
Can you sing Cater to
and
You?
our communities, the people around us.
to you. This is your deed.
I'm singing.
Inspired me from the heart. Can't nothing tear us apart. That was the Miss Charlene version. She was in that red dress. That's the church version. Let me cater to you. This is your day. All right, I'm done.
Let's close it out.
Yes, let's close it out. Let's give a shout out to Thrive SS for
Yes, come through
supporting
Thrive.
our podcast.
Thrive.
Shout out to Thrive. They've definitely been showing a lot of love to us and assisting us where we need it across the board. So thank you, Thrive, for
Thank
everything
y'all.
that you do. Everything that you do to support He's Valuable as well as support the Rest in Hour podcast. But let's close it out. Any last minute statements, comments, concerns, vocals?
Okay. Let's just get out here and do some thigh shit this summer. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And send us your money. Thank you.
Please take care of yourself. Please go to the doctors if you need to get checked.
Make sure you're drinking a lot of water because I know you're going to be out here drinking in this heat.
Please.
But drink the water as well so you're not passing out.
Please. We definitely this week found out one of our friends is not in the best place right now, and we are praying that he gets better. But please make sure that you go to your doctor's appointments and check on yourselves and make sure that you're doing everything to take care of your body. And
Take care of yourselves.
Yes. With that, we are out. This has been the Rest in Hour. We love you and deuces.
Bye, y'all.